What's going on, y'all, and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing something very different than what I normally do on this channel, and that is playing through Luigi's Mansion, the PAL version, the Hidden Mansion, which is quite a bit different than the American and Japanese Hidden Mansion. And I'm doing this because, well, it's just really cool. I love the game, and I just want to talk about it and explain some things as we go, like all the big differences. It's really fun. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So first up, we're skipping the whole prologue sequence. When you beat the game and you start a new file, or you replay that same file, you actually don't have to do that prologue sequence. It just drops you right into Area 1. And when you do that, you have two options now. You can go to the regular mansion or the hidden mansion. So, EGAD's waving at us. So, here in the PAL Hidden Mansion, things are quite a bit different. If you've lived in America and you've played Luigi's Mansion to death and you've played the Hidden Mansion, the regular mansion, they're basically the same thing. The only big difference is that Luigi's vacuum is 1.5 times more powerful, and some of the ghosts are a little bit harder and they do a little bit more damage. But other than that, everything else is unchanged. Now here in the PAL version, things are quite a bit different. First up, you might notice is that Toad is not on the left side, he's actually on the right side this time, and that's because the whole entire mansion is actually mirrored left to right. So everything is just basically reversed. So that's just a pretty cool thing. You know, you'll find yourself going left when you need to actually go right because you're so used to playing maybe the original game if you haven't played the PAL version before. Something else you may have noticed as well is that it's actually pretty hard to notice, but when everything is dark, like it just was when the lights are out, it's actually a bit darker than it normally would have been back in the American version, no matter hidden or not. So that's another thing you'll notice is that it's just a bit darker. Not a huge deal. You can always put the brightness up on your TV to really remedy that. Now next up, let's go ahead and start running this here. Man, I love this game. Brings back so many memories. Played this a ton as a kid. I've had a GameCube since I was 5 years old, and this was the game that I got with it. This and Rave Race, so those two games definitely have a special place in my gaming. It's just probably my favorite game ever, just because of that, and you know I just love it for many reasons. So here we go, jumping right into it. So we have our first ghost here, easy enough to catch with that 1.5 times more powerful vacuum. You can actually pull ghosts in quite a bit faster than you can in the original. Here's and as you can see, you may already notice something that's very different is that purple ghost, which is called a purple puncher, usually is not in this room, and that's because all of the rooms that have just regular ghost fights like this one are completely different, completely rearranged. You'll find much harder ghosts from the get-go. For example, here we have a ghost that I believe you wouldn't see till Area 3. That's called a blue twirler here in the very first room. So they really set that precedent that, hey, like, you're going to be playing a whole different game here. Got a key? Let's go ahead and jump into the next room and see what's different for us in here. And you might be wondering how I'm playing this game. You know, you could, of course, emulate. As you can see, we have mice in here as well. Here's a blue twirl in the anteroom. You could just emulate the PAL version and play on like the Dolphin emulator or whatever have you. But I'm actually playing on an American GameCube, original hardware, along with playing a PAL disc. And I'm doing that as, you know, normally you would if you put a PAL or a Japanese GameCube game into an American GameCube, it just won't play. It won't happen. They're region locked, which is such a silly thing that they did. I don't really see the... Oh, watch out for that guy. I don't really see the point in why they did that, but there are ways around it. Other than like doing modifications, what I actually did is just purchase a game, or it's not a game, it's like a disc that I guess they sold in stores back in the day. I don't know if you had to get it online or if you could get it at like a Walmart, but it's called the Freeloader. It's a fantastic name, right? And basically you just put that disc in, it pops up a screen, and then you put your PAL or your Japanese disc in, and then it allows you to play any game from any region you want. So a pretty nice little disc to get. It costs a fair bit of money these days, like around like 50 bucks. I think that's how much I paid for it some time ago. There's a blue ghost in here. This is called a Speedy Spirit, by the way. Hopefully that grabbing ghost doesn't get me. Oh man. Actually, that's called a mirror ghost. All right, so something else you're going to notice too is all of the so that was a speedy spirit. Those are like one time, you can only find those ghosts in like specific rooms or specific spots in certain rooms. There's normally, I believe, 10 or 15. I believe there's 15 of them in the game. That was the first one. And in the PAL version, Hidden Mansion version, they always drop the same thing. Whereas in the regular versions, all other versions, they drop like a different amount of like coins and bills and gold bars or whatever. Whereas this game, it's always the same thing. They always drop like a certain amount of bills, certain amount of coins. Hopefully this guy doesn't get me. And a certain amount of in a silver diamond, which actually raises the total amount of money that you can get in this game. So in the PAL version, when you're playing through the regular version of the game, it's actually impossible to get the best rank, which is an A rank, which gives you like, you know, it shows you like a really nice mansion basically that you get. It's impossible to actually get the A rank in the PAL version of the game, original, in the base version. Whereas in the Hidden Mansion, because they allow all the speedy spirits now have those silver diamonds. Go ahead and talk to Toad. We could just leave him out here crying, but we'll make him feel better. So basically, yeah, you just can't get an A rank in the PAL version of the game. There's just like less money to go around, I believe, or the amounts of money, the amount of money that each like thing is worth, like the coins and the bills, is just different. So that's pretty interesting. So you have to play through the hidden version of the game in order to get to get an A rank in the game. All right, so let's go ahead and carry on here. Egad's going to talk to us and tell us that we have some much harder ghosts coming up ahead. Thank you for that. I love Egad. He's hilarious in this game. He just speaks in gibberish. He speaks like baby talk. And he's like, it's funny because I think there's a whole story around that, why he like looks so young. I think it's like one of his experiments went wrong or something. If you ever played Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, it's like there's a whole thing with that actually. It's interesting. I don't know all the deets. Let's go ahead and suck in this book so it doesn't hit us. So we have our first boss ghost here. This is Neville. We're gonna mess with him in just a minute. But real quick, if you go back to his chair back here and you point your flashlight up, there is another speedy spirit hidden behind on the chair here. Go ahead and get him, get our silver diamond. I think it's like $15 bills and 15 coins maybe, or maybe it's 20 coins. Always go for the bills first because those are worth quite a bit more money than the coins. Maybe when I get to Area 2, I'll talk about how much each item is worth, each piece of currency. And then if you also go into first-person view by hitting the X button, there's a piece of cheese behind his chair as well. If you go ahead and scan that, a golden mouse will appear, and if you suck that in, you'll also get quite a bit of money. I think they always drop the same amount of the same stuff as well in the Hidden Mansion version, whereas the regular version they don't. Don't quote me on that one. I'm not 100% sure, but here we can capture Neville. Pretty easy to capture him. Just look the other way, wait till he yawns, and then he'll expose his heart. What I love about this game is like every boss ghost, if you haven't played the game before or if you didn't have a guide, it's actually quite difficult. It's like always a puzzle, like trying to figure out what I need to do in order to capture the ghost, because you can't just go point your flashlight at them like you can the other ghosts. So that's something else I just really like about this game. It's very. I wish I almost hadn't played it as a kid so I could play it as an adult and see how well I would do, like trying to figure out how to capture all the ghosts. I just feel like that would have been really fun. If you haven't done that before and you're watching this and you've never played this game before, you should absolutely try to play through this blind first if you've never played this game before. So right here you saw that you had to open up the curtain in order to capture Lydia, the next boss ghost. I'm running through it pretty quick here. Trust me, I play this game more times than I can count. So every boss ghost also gives you, or are they called? Yeah, I guess they're called boss ghosts. Every like harder ghost, the 100 HP like kind of boss ghosts will always give you a rank. So at the end of every area, you'll get a rank. They get turned into like a portrait. And you'll get a rank of bronze, silver, or gold, depending on how well you do. To get the gold rank, you basically need to, upon first suction of them, you need to take out at least 90 HP. If you don't take out 90, I think you're almost always going to get a silver rank after that. And then it's also based on how much HP you lose while fighting them too. Depending on like the area boss ghosts are a little different, so we'll go over more of that later. But if you all you gotta do is stand in one spot. If you put suction on the fan, it's hard not to say the word, you know, suck, because he's, you know, vacuuming. If you vacuum the fan, you'll get a bunch of dollar bills. Okay, so we heard the baby crying. Let's go in here, and we're gonna fight Chauncey, the baby here. If you actually go into first-person view, sometimes they'll give you hints on what you need to do in order to capture them. Like this one says, "Horsey, Rocky, Horsey," or whatever. So you just wait a minute. Is there a? There's actually a Speedy Spirit on his crib later in the game. We'll get back to that. So let's basically piss off the baby by pulling on the rocking chair. And so now we need to basically just watch out for those. Ooh, that was a close one. Basically, you need to pull in the ball here and just smack him in the face with it, which is something that Nintendo would not allow to happen in their newer games, because don't hit babies. Come on now. That's crazy talk. Alright, so Chauncey here gets all pissed off, and now we go into his crib. So this is our first area boss ghost battle, and you're going to see some big differences here between the in this PAL Hidden Mansion version. You'll notice it pretty much right away. Oh yeah, he is pissed. I love when he hits his head to the side, gets a little coin ding there. All right, so first off, you'll see that the rocking horses are much larger in this PAL version, Hidden Mansion version of the game. And they also swing side to side, so it makes it a lot harder to dodge them. And then I don't know if I think there might be a couple more balls that spawn here. All right, so basically I'm pulling a ball, hit Chauncey again. Let's see if we can get this guy. So I think in the area bosses like this, you don't have to get 90 of their HP to get the gold rank. I think you just need to get it in like 2 goes. And there's another difference you may have just noticed, is that he moves around a whole lot quicker in the PAL version here. Oh, yep, I figured that was going to happen. That probably just took away our gold rank. That's all right. Oh, watch out for that. Oh man, we are getting knocked here. You can see it can get pretty difficult pretty fast in the PAL version here. That's what I love about it, to be honest. Oh man, we just missed it too. Whew. Hopefully we can still do this. I think we got this. I think you want to stay closer. Yeah, I think you want to stay a little closer to him. Same here, you want to go run towards him to dodge the double rocking horse. Alright, let's try not to get hit by the ball this time. Dadgummit. Alright, well, that's alright. Pop him. Get that 32 HP out of him. Ooh, almost didn't get it again. Alright, let's see if we can grab a heart in here. Hearts, so normally there's always a 50 HP heart in that drawer right there. That's something else that's different, is that the hearts are much harder to find in the Hidden Mansion version PAL here. So health is much harder to find, and they do the double damage. Ghosts do double damage, so definitely got to be a little bit more cautious when you're playing this version of the game. Alright, so EGAD's going to take us back to his lab, and we're going to... He's going to explain it a bit, but basically it's called a ghost portrification. Portrait... whatever. You know what I mean. Turns the ghosts into portraits. Let's go. I love watching this. So we need to press the ghosts into visible forms. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I think we definitely got a bronze on the baby there. We got gold on Neville though, and we definitely got gold on Nilydia too. So that's good. Yeah. Okay, and there's our portraits. And then it's also going to tally up our money. And as you can see, the high score is 117,000 that I have right now. So we'll definitely be able to beat that. That was in the first run through that I had before doing the hidden mansion, so we're not going to save just yet. Something else I want to show real quick. If you go to... Oh, that was not the right one. Alright, so what I meant to do was go to the gallery, because I wanted to just show off the ranks of the ghosts. So based on the first time you beat the game, you'll get a rank. And if you go and you look over here, this will show the rank. I think this was, I guess, B rank. And then if you go look at all the ghosts, you'll see that I have gold here for Neville. So if you play through the game again and you get gold, so like I already have, I forget, I can't think of his name. But you see I have silver here. So if I play through the game again this time and I end up getting gold on like him or Mr. Lugs here, these portraits will change to be gold. So like Chauncey, even though we got a bronze just now, I have gold from the first time I played it, so it stays gold. So the goal is to, you know, basically get all gold portrait ghosts if you want. That's the whole point of, you know, playing the game multiple times. You can see I got a lot of silvers my first time around. I think this guy got bronze. Yeah, this is one of the hardest ghosts to get a gold on. Same thing with Boo Losses. Oh man, Boo Losses is incredibly hard to get gold on in the PAL version. And we're going to go over that here soon. So anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know if you like this video. In the next video, we're going to be going over some more of the differences as we play through it, as well as we're going to be encountering pretty much every regular ghost in the next area. So I'm going to explain all their names and just the best ways to capture them. And I hope you look forward to that, and I'll talk to you in the next.